Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about XSS. That means cross-site scripting. Cross-site scripting is a type of security vulnerability that allows attackers to inject malicious scripts into web pages viewed by other users. These scripts can steal sensitive information, such as cookies, session tokens, or other user data, and even manipulate the content of the web page. This application is for entering a username. Once we submit, it will display "Hello user." Today we are going to exploit a reflected XSS vulnerability. I will explain XSS with an example. Imagine a website with a search function that takes a query parameter and displays it on the results page without proper sanitization. The attacker could create a URL. When the victim clicks on the link, the browser executes the script embedded in the URL, which could steal cookies, redirect the user to malicious sites, or perform other malicious actions. Here I will show how we can exploit the vulnerability of cross-site scripting. In this input field, I am entering a script tag for alerting a message. And you can see the script tag got executed, because this input field is not properly sanitizing any input. Now what make it is reflected XSS. Here you can see the URL is affected with the malicious script I have injected. If an attacker is copying this malicious script and sent to a victim, this code will get reflected in the victim browser too. That's why it is called reflected XSS. Now I will show by exploiting this vulnerability how attacker can steal your session ID. This is done by a specific payload. I am trying a simple script tag for pop up the session ID of the active user. We can see now this script is showing session ID in alert window. Here it is showing session ID in the victim side only. Now we will create a listener, and once victim click on malicious link, we will be able to get session ID of victim. Here I am entering a payload. In this payload we can see an IP address and a port number. At the end document, cookies. This is to give the active user's session ID. The interesting part of this payload is that session ID will be sent to the following IP address to the port number 4444. Here I am trying the script tag. Only change we have to make here is, we should make sure the IP address of our Kali machine is being given here. Before running this payroll, we have to make sure a listener is been set up. It is called NetcatListener. The syntax of using NetcatListener is NC, LVNP then port number. Here the port number should be 4444. Because that is a port number we have given in the payload. So when the payroll is being executed, the response will come to this listener. That is why we have to set up the listener first. Now I am submitting the payload. And see here in the listener, it captured the response from the executed payload. That includes the session ID of the victim. Now I will show a different approach on cross-site scripting. Here I am entering the same script payload and see what is the result coming up. We can see here the script is not being executed, it is being clearly filtered. Let's analyze the security code they have implemented. It is clearly saying to replace the script tag with the space, which means whenever we input script tag, that will be replaced with a space. There are two solutions for this. At first, we can write another payload without the script tag. Instead of script tag, I am using iframe tag to execute a payload. Here iframe got executed in the input field. Let us try it again with a modified version of iframe. This is to get the session ID of the victim. Again the payload code executed, and NetcatListener obtained the session ID from the victim side. Now I will show a second approach. We know that the script tag has been blocked. The code says the script tag which is in small case. So we will use a script tag which is in full capital case. This is all about the cross-site scripting. In next video we will learn about a new